We're here with Aaron Zimmerle, the head coach of the Canadian Wolverines. How are you today, Aaron?
Good, thanks.
Just a few questions. What excites you about working with Canadian Rugby League?
I think the group itself, I've always found with the Canadians, when we come together as a group, they're just so eager to learn the game. It's inspiring to know that a game that's not played sort of naturally in the country, and it's only in the last 5 years where we've sort of resurrected the game, to see the enthusiasm they have for playing rugby league. There's a huge commitment that comes with the guys that play it, whether it's the travel that they have to put in to get to training sessions, the costs that they pay for themselves to travel to events like this here in Honolulu. I just really admire what they give to the game of rugby league.
Awesome. So obviously there's some challenges, not just with Canadian Rugby League and the enormity of the country itself, but are there anything in particular coming to this test match?
Oh, you only have to look at it. It was only 48 hours ago that we arrived as a team. That gives you 2 days of preparation. You have multiple sessions in the first day. We had a session this morning and then a light captain's run this afternoon. We play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. I think it's a big ask physically, but if you don't do the preparation, then you risk the fact that you'll come together. You won't have that cohesion where you've got people who are coming from the eastern provinces that have to play together with the guys from the west. We have debutants who haven't played at this level before, and probably if you just look at the amount of games, their exposure to rugby league, a lot of guys come out of 10-game seasons, so every opportunity they have, whether it be training, whether it be in an opposed session or whether it's a game, we just have to try and fill them up with as much as we can.
So that's some of the challenges, and what are some of the strengths that Canada has, as a rugby league nation, as an emerging rugby league nation?
The people, for sure. It's they're one of the best group best group of players as a team in terms of being coachable. They just have this thirst for knowledge, willing to accept feedback, sometimes criticism, because they're in it to improve. I find that really refreshing. I think sometimes, as we all do, you get caught up in the performance and things can be taken personally. All we're trying to do here is we're trying to improve individually as much as we can, every opportunity we have together, and then by doing that, that goes back and filters across the wider playing population. They go back to their club side. Some of them are school teachers. They affect kids that are in the schools, and they drip feed down the fundamentals of rugby league. And while skill and tactical and all that's important, I think the most important thing is that they're passionate about this game of rugby league, and they go back and they share that passion with others.
So on your opposition, Fiji are obviously world number 7, no easy match there. How does one prepare a team against an opposition like Fiji, and what do you think their strongest points will be?
Well, if you look at the Fijians who commonly play at the highest level, whether it be rugby union or rugby league, play within the NRL, they're all athletically gifted, genetically blessed with speed and size, thrive on contact, all the ingredients you really want in a rugby league player. So I think what we have to combat is the individual. With us, the thing that we're trying to build the Wolverine culture around, it's not about an individual, it's about the group, that 17 can defeat 17 individuals. I think with the senior blokes that are in their squad too, they've really bought into that in their time in the Canadian jersey. They know that sometimes we come against sides that will have a star player, and we just have to work really hard collectively to be able to come out on top.
Speaking of that experience, you've worked with some of these guys before, the World Cup qualifiers, notably Matt Wild and Robin Legault. What are the benefits of bringing Wolverine veterans like these guys into the team?
Matty and Rob are outstanding. The thing I think that they bring to you, obviously, is experience. And that's a throwaway line, but experience in that they've played against quality opposition before, so they know how the levels of intensity and speed will rise as you go into these bigger games. Fiji are number 7 in the world in Test ranking, so there is no big game for Canada. So to have players who have been through the World Cup qualifiers, played quality opposition, just know how to steady the ship when momentum may swing against you, know that it's not about the big plays, it's about remaining composed, just completing what we've trained for. it doesn't really matter what game plan you have. I think it's just important that we all work to the plan that we have put in place, so that way no one gets lost out there on the field. And as I said before, our chances of winning this game come down to us working as a unit of 17. It won't be won individually by a Canadian player, but collectively by the group.
Speaking of plans and goal settings, and just the last question, Canada is obviously still an emerging nation. Where do you see as the maestro in charge of this group? Where do you see them leading into the World Cup qualifiers for the 2021 World Cup? So let's say by 2020.
Yeah, interesting one. I wouldn't claim to be the maestro to start with. This whole operation as such, there's so many people that contribute to it. As you know, like I'm based in Australia and Canadian born, but live in Australia, and that's where I coach and work. For me to be involved with the Canadian team is a real passion because it is my heritage. The thing that I have to pay credit to though is that it's the people in Canada, whether it's Eastern Provinces or the Western Provinces, who are working with these players on a constant basis. They're the ones who are most responsible for their improvement in the game. So without their help throughout the year, we wouldn't be able to pull this together as quickly as we do. But I think as a goal for all of us is simple, that at the Rugby League World Cup qualifiers, we went to an 18-all draw with Jamaica. They had 12 guys who were playing First Division in England. So, I'm regularly exposed to the rigours of constant week in and week football at a semi-professional level. That was an excellent effort. We went down to America after leading, but that side that they had then was full of players who, a large part of them, played in Australia and played at Queensland Cup, New South Wales Cup level. So I think the big thing for us now is that we realise we need to expose our players to the higher levels. If you went through our roster right now, you would find there's probably at least 6 that are out, taking themselves overseas to play in different competitions, whether it's England, whether it's Australia or New Zealand, and they're out there on that journey for self-improvement. I really take my hat off to Paul O'Keefe, who, personally in some areas helps fund this and organise it to allow these players to have those experiences. And then what we see in return is that when they come back from that season or 2 seasons that they play abroad, they bring with them the wealth of knowledge, and they share that with the teams that they go back into. I think that's the real key. If we do that now for the next 3-year building phase, and then we can have some genuine competition in the selection year for the World Cup qualifier, where we can have an East and West competition as such, a mini origin, really challenge our blokes to fight hard, to own that Wolverine jersey, then I think we'll be able to take another step forward.
Great. Thanks so much and best of luck.
Thank you.